RJ and the other 17-year-old girl in matching tuxedos. RJ looked at the ad. "Yeah, the Lusty Lady," she answered knowingly. "A few of the women from my school work there, actually." "Does Delilah work there?" I asked. Delilah was a friend of RJ's who stripped at various clubs around the city. "No, she auditioned, but they said she had too many tattoos. But Faith, who you met, and this other woman, Mina, both work there." Faith was pretty. Long dark hair, olive skin, petite build, but not particularly glamorous or va-va-voom. Before meeting her, I hadn't realized that ordinary-looking women could be strippers. RJ said, "The Lusty is right over on Kearny Street, near Broadway. I can show it to you if you want." We walked down Grant, turned left on Columbus, then headed east on Broadway onto the south slope of Telegraph Hill, which has been a red light district since 1848, when a small group of Chilean women settled there to seek their fortunes in the California gold rush. The women pitched tents on the hillside, taking in laundry by day, and hanging out red lanterns by night to sell sex to fortune seekers on their way to or from Sierra gold mines. When European, Chinese, and American women began arriving in Chilecito, as the hillside had come to be known, and hanging out red lights of their own, the Chilean women packed up and moved east to the mining towns of the Sierras. The newcomers took over Chilecito, some making their fortunes as madams of posh bordellos called parlor houses, while others worked cheap in open-air stalls and died of tuberculosis within months of their arrival. By 1995, as RJ and I walked down Broadway, the block was lined with strip clubs, each watched over by a towering garish patron deity. The neon-nippled likeness of topless dance pioneer Carol Doda beckoned acolytes to the Condor Club, a leering green snake with a glowing red apple in its mouth wrapped around a naked Eve above the entrance to the Garden of Eden, a mobster with a Tommy gun called the Faithful to Worship at Big Al's. A can-can girl kicked her garter-belted neon leg above the entrance to the Hungry One, possibly the world's most semiotically sophisticated strip club name. From the southwest corner of Broadway and Kearny, RJ pointed downhill. "That's it, there." A big, old-timey-looking marquee hung above the doorway at a 90-degree angle to the building, extending over the sidewalk. Smallish, cursive-type read, "Lusty Lady Theater," followed by large, ornamented all caps announcing live nudes and movies. Disembodied hands pointed from either side to a sign within the sign reading in smaller caps, "Free admission." We walked down the hill and stood across the street from the theater, casing the joint like jewel thieves planning a heist. More signage adorned the face of the red brick building, some providing factual information. Private booths open 24 hours. Others editorializing hyperbolically. Naked, naughty, nasty, and hot, hard, horny. The most striking piece of hustle adorning the theater's edifice was a larger-than-life neon nude. She moved relentlessly through the same three poses in an endless naked three-step. I stared at the dancing lady, hypnotized by her rhythmic motion. Hip-jutting left, then right, illuminated breasts and hair swinging first to one side, then to the other. I felt drawn to her pulsing neon waltz, like a sailor to a siren song, and I wondered what lay beyond the blinding signage. What mysterious magic drew the men who brushed past me on the sidewalk toward the Lusty Lady's doorway, funneling in from up and down and across the street, as if reporting for some sort of derelict duty. What kind of women were in there? What were they doing to draw such an unrelenting stream of male humanity? I pictured a raucous speakeasy full of moonshine, bawdy laughter, jangling piano music. A naive romantic vision drawn from movies and novels. Despite my fascination, I hesitated, not yet brave or broke enough to cross the Lusty Lady's threshold. The next day, RJ and I biked to the BART train together, and then to the publishing house where we both worked. We'd met on the job a year before, but didn't start hanging out until we ran into each other one night on 16th Street in the Mission District. RJ was on her way to Commotion to see Mud Women, one of the many all-female bands playing San Francisco in the 90s. I hadn't heard of them.